What's up? It's Galen here from Carphonics. Hope you guys have been having great days and great evenings and all that fun jazz. But anyhow, today we're working on this car, which is I believe, what is this thing? I think it's a 1969 Malibu? I don't know what is this. Let's go check this out, man. I should probably figure out what I'm talking about before I talk about it, eh? Thing's been repainted, obviously, so there's really no tagging on it. Huh, interesting. I don't know what kind of car this thing is. I mean, it's a GM, obviously. But anyhow, I don't know what car this is. They told me, but now I forget. I think it's a Chevelle? I don't know. What is it? It's oh, there it is. A Beaumont. A Beaumont? Right on, cool. Things in really good shape. This car was was their parents' vehicle when they were growing up. It was stored in a barn, and they have been since restoring it back to its original glory, and they've been doing a really good job of it. Check that out. I mean, the thing's in incredible shape. Obviously, they've done a body job on it and paint and all that stuff. They put a new top on it here with a glass piece there, and you know, it looks like it's got all new seals on it. Yeah, it's got all new seals, and the interior's in really good shape. And anyhow, so what we're doing to this baby, let's see if I can get this door open here. Yeah, really nice job restoring this thing here. Fisher. So we're putting a radio in this bad boy. They didn't want to carve out the factory radio hole or anything like that. They wanted us to get what was called a retro radio. We do quite a few of these. Not as often as we would do like a standard radio, of course, but pretty frequently on cars like this anyways. I worked on Steve McKeekin's Corvette, and he's a goalie coach that lives out in Strathroy there. But used a very similar radio, and this is retro sound. So basically what they do is, and I'll just quickly unbox this bad boy for you, the brackets there, is they provide you with a radio chassis that fits into the factory hole. And so here's the radio box itself. A couple of mounting brackets on either side. Radio harness, that's good there. And where's the faceplate to this thing? Am I going crazy here? Where is it? Oh, it's in this little box right here, I think. Yes, buttons and a little gauge plate here. So we got the buttons here and some more hardware. Actually, I'll make sure I keep that all together there. And there we are. So this little faceplate here goes in the hole, the factory radio bezel. And then it gives you, they give us like a little, you know, black chrome trim ring or chrome ring to go around, and, you know, all the dials on the left and right, retro radio, as you can see there. So we're going to be installing that. It's a little bit of a puzzle piece. You kind of got to, you know, mount the brackets to it and, you know, plug in the dials on either side, and gives it that OEM look, but it gives you, you know, like AM, FM radio, not just FM or AM. Gives you an iPod and an auxiliary connection so you can hook up your phone and play tunes and that kind of thing. And then it's got a set of really old, you know, realistic speakers there on the quarter panels. And I think that's it. I also think it has one speaker which is up front here, but I don't think it's existent in there, so we're probably gonna have to make something up for them. But yeah, so I'm just waiting on the guys to get here. I got here a little bit early today, so I could get started on this thing here. But Damien just showed up there, and we're gonna get, as you can see, he just showed up, and we're gonna go ahead and get things situated and get things started here on this car. Damien's gotta pull that thing out, and oh, you chopped your mop, bud. Couldn't fucking do it anymore, could ya? Couldn't take it. Man, look at this guy. He's a baller. Check this guy out. Check out the fucking cut. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Looking good, Dame. Looking good.
Some dirty kicks, too.
What? Check those out. I got some new kicks, too. Yeah, I got some new kicks. These are, what are these things? Skechers and Adidas. Yeah, so you got some ankle support.
Yes.
Yeah, you need it. You look like a baller, eh? Look at this kid. Yeah, looking good.
Like 5 years old.
Looking good. Look at the fucking calves on this guy, eh? Jesus Christ. Anyhow, if you guys don't know this about Dame, Dame used to be a jiu-jitsu fighter. He still is. I mean, he'd kick anybody's ass, but, you know, the guy's a Guys that used to be a jiu-jitsu professional fighter, right?
No. Well,
Semi-professional.
amateur.
Amateur, sure. What do you think of this thing, Dame?
That thing?
Yeah. It's pretty neat. It's pretty neat. Yeah, retro radio. Yeah, it's kind of neat. We've done a few of these before, eh? Piecing it together there. I'm not sure. They had a factory radio that they brought me the other day. And it may be in the car somewhere. I don't actually know, to be completely honest with you. But there's already a harness back there with everything you're going to need. It may be in the trunk for all I know. I have no idea. But we're going to go ahead and maybe pop the trunk on this thing. Clean, eh? It's actually a clean car. It's nice working on a classic that isn't all molested. Right? That doesn't happen too often around here. Doesn't happen too often around here. Usually we get cars that are just completely destroyed, right? So the center console on this thing is pretty much ready to go. I saw that. Damien put this little piece in here. Let's see if we can flick some lights on here really quickly so you can see that. Here we go. Boo. And yeah, so this has all been, you know, truck bed linered inside. And there's a little panel here that lifts up and out. It's a bit tight like a Tigre, but there's the power inverter underneath this panel here, and then this little panel just slides back on in, just like that. And there's the top. We're gonna wrap that baby up, put that hinges on it, and we're gonna install this bad boy today, I think, if we get time. Yeah, I went to the car show this weekend, and non-stop. Free Shifty, where's Shifty? Oh yeah, the whole weekend. Oh yeah, like free Shifty, where's Shifty? Oh, where's Shifty? And of course, you know, Chris wants it back, and he's being a real fucking nice guy about it, right? You know, I mean, I should have had this thing done for his car show, but you know, he understands, he gets it, but I also get it too. It's like, this is his dream truck. You know, like, he bought this thing, this is his dream truck, this is what he wanted. You know what I mean? He could have bought a brand new truck with the money, you know, but he didn't want to. He wanted to buy this because it had the swap and all that other fun stuff in it, right? So, anyways, we're going to go ahead and probably wrap this baby up today. He rock bed linered the bottom side of this, so, you know, it's got a nice textured finish there, and then the top side will be carpeted like so. And we got these hinges that I showed you last week, and that'll just go up and down like that. And then we can install this bastard inside the truck, which will be really nice to be done. Get the fuck out of here. Oh, God. Oh, Billy, get this truck out of my shop. So, all right. Well, I think Damien and I are probably going to go, maybe, I don't know what we're going to do. We're probably going to get some stuff ready here. And, yeah, we'll catch up with you guys in a minute. So my mistake, I don't know why I got those two cars mixed up, but this is the car we're actually doing the retro radio in this morning, and the speakers and the doors. I was looking for speakers on the other car, and I thought to myself, I don't know what the hell's going on here, but so it looks like we got two classics this morning we're working on. This one's going to be getting done a little later in the afternoon. It's getting a retro radio as well, but this one here is the car I was actually talking about this morning. Got a little bit confused. I just saw two cars without radios in them, and I thought, oh, okay, well, this is going to be the car I'm working on. So in any case, we're going to go ahead and start working on this bad boy, getting speakers replaced first, and then we'll start wiring up this radio and getting it ready to go as well. The radio face, right? So this radio face goes on, and the knobs go on, and you have to adjust it to make it fit in the dash. So I'm gonna go ahead and build up this radio, and we'll hit you back up. All right, so the whole idea is you get the thing lined up and situated in the dash just like so, with the trim bezel in there, and then just simply tighten up these little nuts here on either side. And that's what installs the radio. So you know, a nice clean face here, gives you a little trim bezel to make it look pretty OEM, and I'll show you what it looks like after I get the knobs back on. That's what she looks like there, nicely installed, and I've already wired this sucker up too. Got a busy day here, guys, but I guess you can get the idea there. The thing will light up, retro radio.
And since all cuts of Walmart beef are now
there's an auxiliary cord.
Canadian AAA.
That's going to be going in the glove box, and we're also going to be replacing these old bad boy speakers that are in the door panel here. That other side's already been removed, but period correct Sparkomatic speakers were in this thing. That's hilarious. Hilarious. Anyhow, So we got a set of Kicker KS's going in the doors here. I'll throw those in and let you hear it. Alright guys, so everything's all installed here. I've got the customer's MP3 player sitting there on the seat, just an auxiliary cord that goes underneath the dash there. So we installed these Kicker speakers here in the doors, and those were already drilled holes, and I would have preferred if the speakers could have gone straight in the hole, but unfortunately, based on the hole that they drilled, they really didn't give us much option but to mount it on an angle, and then I had to use some pretty long screws because there's like a kind of like a U thing here where the screws are supposed to go. So anyhow, those are on there really well, and it sounds pretty good. So I'll just give you a quick little demo here and turn it on for you. So more or less, these retro radios are designed to fit in the hole where the factory hole was. And a little bit of finicky kind of work here to get those to fit in there properly, but it all looks good, and the auxiliary cord is just kind of hanging here. That's where they wanted it. I was going to put it up into the glove box, but this makes things a little bit easier for them. So in order to use the radio, you just dial down and sorry, dial up, and that'll bring you to your auxiliary cord, so you have something playing here on your auxiliary. And then if you want to listen to the radio, you can just dial up again, and it brings it to the radio here. And then if you want to switch stations, you can just auto find it. You just click this once to the right or to the left, and it'll find the next station there. You do have some EQ ability on these things here, basic treble and bass and that kind of thing. But yeah, all the wiring turned out really good. Looks really nice under there. And we're on to the next one, guys. So, all right, so we're working away on this thing here, and we're gonna be doing speakers. You want speakers in the doors, so that's cool. Got to take this door panel off and have a look at where we could possibly mount a speaker. I may end up making a pod for it. He has rear speakers back here, but there's no wires going to them, so I'm going to end up probably having to run a set of wires from those to the front. Excuse me, my goodness. And mount up that retro radio he's got in the trunk here. So I'm going to go ahead and prepare for this, and I'll hit you back. All right, so this is the radio that we're dealing with here. Retro sound again. The customer already had this thing in the back of his trunk rolling around there. I had to reattach this faceplate here. Just put a little bit of dab of the super glues on there. And we're going to go ahead and get this thing all adjusted up. Damn, just fell off again. That's not good. Not good. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get this thing adjusted up here and see what's up. Alright guys, so here we are with the radio here. Got the radio installed. Just made this little trim bezel here. The factory trim bezel had already been kind of modified for what looked like an aftermarket radio in there already. Anyhow, so basically all I've done here is just create this nice little trim bezel here. And you know, it makes it look a little bit better. Just trims it out and cleans up the look a little bit. And that is what it is. So I am going to go ahead now and start wiring up door speakers. What's going on here is got the door panel off, and we're going to end up putting a 6.5 inch down here, which is in the same location as the other door. I'm sure the Cutlass door and this door are pretty much the same anyways, but got the wire ran through here, got a little grommet on either end of it. Gonna wrap it up in some black tape there just to make it look nice. And we're now working on getting these rear speakers situated and wired up. So we're gonna go ahead and stick a set of JL 4-inch TRs in the back and a set of 6.5 inch C2 coaxials in the doors. Alrighty then, so we got the head unit installed here, and I just made this little trim bezel here to trim it out. You know, it's you know, not perfect in my eyes, but you know, he seems to think it looks pretty good. Just the factory bezel was all ruined there, so I had to make something to kind of cover it up there, make it look halfway decent. So we've got the rear speakers installed, which is just a set of 3.5 inch JL TR speakers. And then in each door, we've got just a JL C2 all the way around there. Thing sounds actually pretty good. Yeah, all right. Give you guys a little demo here. Yeah, sounds pretty good. So anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed this Resto Mod day today. It's you know, retro radio day. Did a lot of different retro radios today, so hopefully you guys learned a thing or two about a thing or two. Anyhow, hopefully you guys can subscribe, like, and comment below, and we'll catch you on the next one. Carphonics signing out. No, and if I don't see you, good morning, good evening, and good night.